Hi everyone, you're welcome to my channel. My name is Yewande and today I want to talk about what product managers do every day. First of all, product management role is different in every single company. Almost no two product managers do the same thing, just a disclaimer. So some product managers will do some things more or some things less, depending on the environments you're also working. Some product managers work in an agile environment, some work in like a waterfall, some build hardware, some build software. It varies. So if you find that you're a new product manager and what you're doing is not aligned with what I say, also don't be scared, because yeah, you should. So there are different domains in product management. So there are product managers, there are product owners, there are product operations managers, there are different things. There are product growth managers. I used to be a growth manager. I still am a product growth manager. So there are different domains in there. So yeah, there's a lot you can do and the job description differs. But here are some things that you would most probably do as a product manager. The first thing you do, you'll be in quite a number of meetings. Because you are in charge of the product but also not in charge of the product, you have to work with a lot of people to build a product. So you will be in quite a lot of meetings. If you know you don't like meetings, yeah, think about it again. But if you don't mind communicating with people, talking, expressing your viewpoints, giving your opinions, facilitating meetings, calming down tempers, giving ideas, giving your opinion, thinking on the spot, you would love this. So you're going to be in quite a number of meetings. So you're going to meet with your developers, you're going to be in constant meetings with them, you're going to be in meetings with your stakeholders quite a lot, so business people, people using it, customer service, sales. Then you're also going to be in meetings with possibly your customers or your users or the people using your product. So, and it's on a rolling basis, right? So you're going to be in meetings also with legal, for example, or compliance, depending on the products you build. Yeah, so there's a lot of talking involved in the role. Another thing you probably do as a product manager, you're going to do a lot of planning. So depending on how your company is structured, you're going to build OKRs, you're going to build a roadmap. Yeah, you're going to need to plan what developers do. There's backlog grooming, there's refinements. All these things I just mentioned, they require a lot of planning and strategy. So you do need to know how to plan. You need to be organized. Yeah, and you need to be strategic. You need to think ahead of time and build all of these things. Another thing you do is build artifacts. So artifacts are kind of like things that people see after. You're going to create documentations, product requirement documents, roadmap flows, process documents, sometimes retro documents. So there are quite a number of things that you would have to do that are not building, but really things that are around the building. So get ready to write a lot, type a lot, audio, video, things like that, depending on how your company works. Another thing you should be prepared to do is do user research. Some companies have user researchers, some companies don't. The product people do it. But even if your company has user researchers, you need to have user research skills. So you need to know how to create surveys, you need to know how to collect feedback, analyze feedback, and then use the feedback to build your product. So that's a skill that you would need to do. You need to know how to conduct interviews or get information from the interviews, structure this information in a way that is meaningful for other people to see. Another thing you'll be doing a lot, you'll be looking at data. So it also depends on how big your company is. Some companies have specialized data analysts, some companies product also does it. So you might need to build dashboards or create requirements for dashboards to be built. You might need to put in tracking requirements because you need to analyze, understand what your users are doing. So you might need to create the requirements or even building the tracking yourself. You need to maybe add Google Analytics, you need to add feedback tools. So there's a lot of, you need to see what you kind of like do an estimate, KPI trees, things like that. So there's a lot of data that you would need to work with, either directly or indirectly, but you need to know how to use data. So you're going to be meeting with data people, working with data yourself and getting out that data, presenting it. There's a lot of presentations, so you need to present what you have built, present your roadmap, present your ideas to your developers, defend the ideas, collect feedback. There's a lot of feedback collection. You have to be firm while getting feedback. So you get feedback, you also have your ideas, but you need to tweak your ideas. Then if you're a product manager in an agile environment, you need to know the agile ceremonies, how agile works, sprints, for example, Kanban. You need to know all of that, which is a different topic, and those are just ways of working. If you work in a different way, maybe waterfall, that's another way of working. So the boards required there, the artifacts required there, the meetings required in there. So what else do you need to do? So there's also testing. I have worked in a startup and I've worked in a corporation. So these things are very different in there. Sometimes product has to do the testing. Sometimes you need to create the testing requirement or know what the testers need to do. So you need to create the acceptance criteria or testing requirements, definition of done, things like that, so that people can test it, or so that you can also test it. In some companies, you are responsible for like the budget and the pricing, so you need to determine, oh, this thing that we have built, how much should it cost, what should people pay, how should it be a subscription product. You need to be able to calculate this, right? You can't just guess. You need to bring the facts and data around it, and your product has to be profitable, else you die. So yeah, your product needs to be profitable. You need to set metrics, which is part of where you work with data. So you need to set your metrics. So basically, if I do this, this is what will happen. This is what we'll track, and we'll know if we've passed or we failed. Then also need to do tests. So there are A/B tests. You need to do multivariate tests that you need to do. Also, there are beta tests when you want to launch that you need to do, alpha tests, things like that. So you need to know when and how to do the tests. There's also the marketing part of it. So you build a product. How do you get people to know about this product? Strategies for product marketing. You need to go in there. Strategies for product launch. You need to know about it. Strategies for CRM, managing your user feedback, collecting data, storing the data, GDPR, you need to know about it. So product marketing, things like that. So you need to know about this. Oh, you need to work with designers, definitely. So you need to design your product. Depending on how big your company is, you might have different designers for different reasons. So you need to learn how to work with individual designers depending on their goals and your own goals. Create wireframes, create the designs, create prototypes, for example, things like that. So yeah, so there are different things. So understanding your users, knowing your competitors, testing up your product, innovating, bringing up new ideas, testing new ideas. Sometimes you need to incorporate no code things so that you can test it and quickly launch, product launch. There's a lot that you need to do. Usually this is divided into, there's like the product development, there's the product design, there's the product development, there's the stakeholder part, and then there's the marketing part of it. So in most places it's divided into these four. I think there's usually one where there's like the process part of it, which just keeps the engine running. So yeah, these are some of the things that product managers do every day. I hope this gives you an idea of what to expect if you're going into the product management field. Let me know if you have any questions or if you have any feedback, anything I should add. And yeah, please like, share, comment, and turn on notifications so you know when I post new videos. I hope this video was helpful for you. Have a nice rest of the day. Bye.